Me personally, I will be having no more children. My daughter is going to be the only kid I have. She's going to be an only child because I refuse to go through more postpartum depression by myself, more healing by myself, going through pregnancy by myself, and raising a baby by myself. Because so many men and women tell single mothers to choose better, but there's no such thing as choosing a better man, because any man can make you into a single mother. No matter if you're engaged to that man, no matter if you are married to that man, no matter if you've been with that man for 4 years, any man can make you a single mother. And for all the women who are raising children, multiple kids by themselves, and are single mothers, I applaud you because you are very freaking strong.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are going to be talking about why you should never date a single mother. Now, guys, I haven't done too many videos on this topic, but I had a guy reach out to me over on Patreon, and he wanted to know this question, and he explained a situation where he's been seeing a single mother for quite some time, and he's starting to have some issues and stuff like that. And I've really got to say, guys, just right off the bat, you as a man should never, ever be dating a single mother. And what I mean by that is, like, you'll say a lot of dudes who will say, oh, you know, they can just be fun, sure. But what I mean by that, guys, is you never take a single mother seriously. Okay, there are lots of individuals who go out here dating gentlemen who are not worth taking seriously at all. You know, you'll hear guys come out here and say, I'm seeing a girl with XYZ wrong with her, but I really like her, and so what, there's this issue, I want to keep seeing her and stuff like this. And then they turn around at the end of it and they realize that the girl has ruined his life. Maybe she's dragged him through the divorce courts or something like that, and now he understands that red flags are a bad thing. Okay, so I wanted to bring up this topic, you know, and shout out to that guy over on Patreon. I believe your name was James for this one. So thank you, man, for submitting this question, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. We're just going to be doing a bit of a rant-style video on why you should never date a single mother. So, guys, if you've had experiences or you'd like to add something, because I'm sure there'll be things that I've missed, feel free to do so in the comments. That is what the comments box is for, guys. And I never delete any of your guys' comments, gentlemen. If your comment gets deleted, believe me, it is YouTube, because I don't moderate my comments, guys. You're welcome to say whatever you like, but let's talk about this, okay? So single mothers are a terrible idea. First things first is because they have a kid. Okay, now that kid is not yours, so why are you even there to begin with? You know, I see a lot of comments. I saw one floating around recently, which is like, dating a single mother is like picking up another man's save game file. Right? You're just continuing like halfway through or after the kid, and you're expected to look after that. I don't understand why in 2022 we have dudes out here willingly looking after other men's children. Okay, that's so insane to me. Guys, life is difficult enough without taking on such a serious burden. And I don't mean to say that like kids are a burden, like, but it is such a heavy investment on your life. And particularly if you're a guy in your 20s, your 30s, you should be out there grinding, not taking care of another man's child. Okay, now I don't care if the kid's super cool or stuff. I don't give a crap, okay? A lot of the times what will end up happening is if you date a single mother, chances are you are going to get attached to the kid, and then things are going to go south, guys. Most relationships, they don't last for a very, very long period of time or anything like that. So when the relationship inevitably goes south, or, you know, it has the high likelihood of going south, you will have an attachment to this kid, right? You will have invested time, probably money, energy, maybe taken him out for ice cream and crap like that. And then all of a sudden, your quote-unquote child that you've been looking after is ripped away from you because you have no ability to discipline that kid. Like, you have no rights over it at all. We've talked about this on the channel before, guys, but if you get a woman, you know, if you have a child with a woman in the year 2022, you don't have any rights basically over the kid. As soon as the action is done, the deed is done, keeping it friendly for YouTube, you as a man don't have any rights over the kid. Okay, and this is also true when you're in a relationship with a single mother. You can't discipline the kid. right? If you say something to the child or you try and discipline the kid, something that the mother doesn't like, you're gonna have the mother's not gonna let it fly, basically. Okay, and this is why a lot of the times you'll see kids who grow up with single mothers, right? They don't have a fantastic sense of a lot of things, right? And I don't say that to be an a-hole. I'm sure there's many dudes watching this right now who have grown up without a father in the picture. And of course, that's a terrible experience for a kid, right? You miss out on a lot of things. You don't understand a lot of things. And that's just a really disgusting thing to, you know, to put a kid through. Which brings me to my second point, right? Is why on earth was the single mother not able to keep around the man? Okay, I am so sick of hearing this, guys, but if you are a girl, it is really not difficult to keep around a man. It is like they act like it's some gigantic task, and how it's so difficult, and oh, I do all the chores around the house and it's so difficult. You understand that men don't even realistically care if things are like not even that clean, right? Like, yeah, we got dudes out here who are neat freaks and stuff like that, right? But girls will act like doing the housework is this insanely difficult task that's incredibly difficult, and it's something that only they can do, and the man never does it right and crap like this. It's like, dude, it really is not hard to keep a man happy. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to clean. Maybe the dude's staying at home or whatever. This is the year 2022, guys. We got all these modern boss babes running around earning the money. But the thing is, guys, is she can't keep around a man. Okay? Like, she absolutely cannot. If the woman could keep around a man, why isn't the baby daddy there? Why isn't the father of the kid actively in the relationship? And you'll hear all sorts of things, right? Like, oh, the baby daddy's toxic. The father is a bad guy. He's just bad for the family, or I didn't want him around, or any sort of thing under the case. Usually it says something along the lines of the dude being abusive, right? She'll pull that card. And I mean, how many times have we all heard this one before, right? The previous boyfriend is abusive. Hell, I'm sure many of you guys watching this video right now, if you've been in a relationship or you've been around the block a couple times, there's a good chance that even if you're not abusive at all, that you've been called that adjective a bunch of times. Like, we're in the year of 2022, guys. Even though Miss Amber Heard has set back the Me Poo movement a little bit, like, we're in the era of believe all women no matter what they say. And unfortunately, a lot of the times, guys, is even if you're a good guy and you don't give women what they want, you will be called abusive, right? Or they'll try and slander your name. I've referenced this study a couple times. I can't remember exactly what the study is called, but there was one particular study where what they did was they looked at the different ways in which males and females as children show aggression. Okay, and this is something that Jordan Peterson has brought up, so he'd probably say it a lot more succinctly than myself. Okay, but he brought up the fact that when kids are little, we got little boys and girls, right? They manifest their aggression in different ways, and I'll bring the reason why I'm bringing this up in a second, okay? But a lot of dudes, right, the male children, when they're aggressive, when they show aggression, what they'll do is they'll like shove another kid or whack them upside the head or something like that. Usually something physical in nature, okay? But when you look at the female children and what they did, their aggression was very different. They didn't go around clobbering other kids or smacking them upside of the head or anything like that. What they would do is, from a very young age, they would go for reputation destruction. Okay, like, oh, Cindy's mean, you shouldn't hang out with her, and then she'd say that to Sarah, okay? So that Cindy looks like a bad person. And this is what happens to men, and men don't realize a lot of the times, right? You'll get out of a relationship with a girl, and then all of a sudden none of your friends want to talk to you. It's because the girl has been setting that up the entire damn time. Okay, we as dudes, we don't really think about this, and we don't really think about reputation too much, and, all the social ties and how people interact too much. We're more of like logical, we'll do this, we'll do that, okay. Like, let's just say if I've got a friend and he doesn't want to hang out today, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, I have more time to do whatever else I was going to do, and I won't think too much of it, right? But if someone says to a girl, I can't hang out today, she'll think of XYZ reason why it possibly could be, did Cindy say something bad about me, all of this kind of crap, and they'll think a lot more about it. We as guys, typically, we just don't care as much. Now, guys, on to what's the next thing here of why you shouldn't date a single mother. Okay, the next point is that there is no reason to. Okay, you as a guy, if you've been working hard on yourself, if you're a dude who's interested in dating at all, I know we've got a lot of guys over here who are not interested in dating at all, but if you are a guy who is and you've improved, maybe you've hit the gym, you're looking better, you're taking nice photos, crap like that. If you start to get options with women, why on earth would you take a single mother seriously? Right? That's like you have all of this food available to you, and then you just choose to eat McDonald's just because it's there, even though you know it's incredibly crap for you and it might not even taste that good. It's really silly. Okay, if you're a dude and you've been grinding, you should have more options available to you than a single mother, and you should choose not to go with the single mother. Okay, you'll probably see if you scroll down into the comments, guys, there'd probably be other dudes here who are outlining some other reasons that maybe I've missed of why you shouldn't date a single mother, or some of the experiences that they've been through, and I would encourage you to listen to them. Okay, I think especially if you're a younger dude, right? We live in an era where it's almost like disrespect your elders or people who have been through similar experiences than you. But a lot of these guys, particularly the older gentlemen, so a lot of the guys who watch this channel are actually older than myself. And I think it's a crucial mistake for people to just ignore the experiences of others, right? If you're out here and you see thousands of men going through the same thing, dealing with single mothers, having relationships with, BPD girls or whatever the case may be, and you choose to ignore that, that's a really grave mistake in my opinion. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Feel free to contribute your thoughts to today's discussion. I'm sure there are many, many more points on why you shouldn't date a single mother. So if you have more to add, feel free to do so in the comments. And as always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace. Yo, what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's video. Before you head out, there's just a few announcements that I'd like to make. The first is that my editor, who goes through all of the blood, sweat, and tears of putting together content for us to endure, has started his own YouTube channel. The link will be in the video description, so make sure that you go and show him some support by going and giving him a sub. Also, we are currently looking to expand fiendish content creation behind the scenes, so if you're interested in becoming a content creator alongside me, be sure to check out the application form at the very bottom of the video description. This is for those of you who are interested in becoming a part of the content that you see here on YouTube. So if you're interested in applying, make sure to get in quick. People who apply first will have priority for consideration. Again, the link is at the very bottom of the video description. Lastly, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, there are links to both Patreon and locals below the video, guys. I'd like to extend a huge thank you to the supporters on those two platforms. You guys allow me to make these episodes, and your support is greatly appreciated. As always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I will catch you later for real this time, guys. Peace.